here we are, back for another exciting episode of
It's not on
Fandom
my phone.
Nonsense.
It's not there.
Yeah, it's gonna take a second, man. It says it's streaming.
Oh no, I'm talking about Rooster Teeth versus Zombies.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I was just focusing on the thing we were doing right now.
Oh, that's what I was doing.
No, it's cool. You look up your video games.
That's what I just did. Well, it's not there, so I want to play it. Priorities, Nolan.
Priorities.
Yeah. Okay.
Welcome to the Save Our Children podcast. I'm Zach.
I'm Colin.
And I'm Pod Save America's Brent McFucktits.
I'm Goose.
I'm also Nolan.
I fucked up right there.
Yes, you did.
With the pleasantries out of the way, we can descend into madness now.
Oh God, which one are we starting with?
Okay, I guess I'll actually leave it up to the panel. Do you want to start with happy, sad, or with angry?
Well, I mean, we did Ruby last week.
So, yeah,
we
there were
did
two
RBB
happy
last
sads.
week.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
did we
Either
start with
one.
last week?
We did RBB last week.
Or yeah,
So then happy, right?
yeah.
Sure.
So
Mando?
yeah, let's go Mando.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
All of it. The whole fucking
Yeah,
thing.
the episode was amazing.
Oh my God. It was the best one so far.
Watch that at work too.
I don't know if I would.
Jesus.
I
I would
don't know if
say
I would.
that.
If I would
Episode 2
say
is the
Of
best
this
one of all
season.
time.
Of this season, I mean.
No, I don't know. I don't know if I would say that about
I would.
this season with it following up the masterpiece that was the Jedi. But what I will say about
so
this
good.
episode is it did not miss, and one of the things that's great about the streaming format versus like serialized network television is they typically operate in the 40-minute double prime time slot. But this episode was the shortest one, and it didn't need to be any longer than it was.
It did not.
No.
When it was halfway over, I was like,
Yeah.
we're only halfway in. And
Yeah,
then when it was 20 minutes over, I was like, holy fuck, there's still 10 more minutes to this episode? What the
Yeah,
hell?
it kept you, But
Yeah.
every single moment was just like pop, happening. Boba Fett with a gaffy stick. Like,
Honestly,
Jesus.
this fucking episode gave us more of a reason to care about Boba than anything in the fucking movies.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, I fucking as soon as he showed up, I was like, more like the Scarlac pit.
That was, come on. No.
But when I saw that ship the first time, I was like, is that Slave? Is that
Slave
fucking
One?
Slave?
Is that fucking
Slave
Slave
One?
One?
Is that a fucking...
Yeah. No, I was sitting at work with my buddy who also like watches it all the time, and he was like, he heard the sound of it. He's like, you know what that is? You know what that is? I'm like, is that Slave One? He's like, that's Slave One. I'm like, yes.
Fucking, I was like, no one else drives a fire spray. There's no one else drives a fire spray model ship that's any importance at all. There's no way they're gonna cock tease us with a fire spray ship and then not give us fucking Boba.
I mean, they've already established the armor and Boba this
Yeah,
season, so
yeah.
we knew we were getting him at some
Oh yeah.
point.
How did y'all like the fact that what's her name was back? May from Agents of Shield.
That
Finnick?
Finnick. How'd you like that she was back? It further
And
makes me
nothing
more
did.
pissed off that Qui-Gon Jinn died. That's all I'm saying.
I kind of nothing did.
I think she's
Yeah.
like a neat addition to the
I know. I
team
love
now.
her. I love her. I'm happy
The
she's here.
stomach
But
like
Qui-Gon should
reveal
be too.
was super weird because it's just like you need.
I'm okay
Yeah.
with it. I just
She laid there forever.
I have some questions about what's going on in your stomach biz, because that's like where your intestines
Yeah,
are.
how's
She
that
didn't
working?
have anything
Can
going.
you eat?
It was just like hydraulic
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
Like, what
Like,
is she-
what direction are they moving her? Because they're going like all over the place.
Yeah.
nasty.
Man, I loved it. I loved seeing Mando try 3 different times to get into that little force barrier that Grogu had put up.
Yeah, he was just
That's
like
so cool.
going
He
at
was
it.
so determined.
And it's like the moment he turned around, it went down.
Yep. Yeah. After that third try, I was like, bro, don't do it again. Don't do it again.
When he went that second time, I was like, I don't know, guy. I don't think this is gonna change.
I don't think this is gonna pop off in the way that you think. I thought he was gonna connect with them somehow. For a minute there, I was like, maybe he sits the fuck down.
Do you think that blast
That's
would have
what
been
I
able to
thought.
go through that
What
if
was?
Mando couldn't? Finnick said like had the gun on.
Oh no, I probably couldn't have. They probably just bounced
That
off
was
as if
my
it were a
that
that was
lightsaber
my
or something
thought
like
too,
that.
because
He couldn't really risk it though.
But Mando didn't know
You're
that.
not wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, the Force. I mean, people have definitely deflected blasters with the Force
Yeah.
before, and that
Yeah.
seemed pretty fucking.
Well, and he did like try to go into that thing 3 times, so he probably
Yeah.
yeah.
On that, like one of the things it was kind of a complaint, but at the same time, it needed to be that way for the story to happen. But if I would have been Mando, he sees that thing going all the way up into the sky. Pretty much almost immediately after he leaves, that thing goes down. It disappears, and Grogu falls asleep. In my brain, I was like, why wouldn't he just go right back to the kid? Because that thing's down. I'm like running for him.
Right.
Yeah. Also, he could have just put the jetpack back on.
Yeah.
I think it was on the other side of the battlefield.
He didn't even grab it whenever he first took off. He was just like, hold on.
That was
Just like,
I think
that was one of
just,
those plot contrivances because if he'd had the
Yeah.
jetpack, there wouldn't have been any danger. He would have just gone up,
Right.
zipped up there, and
That's why they
got it.
focused so much on him taking it off
Right.
in the
Yeah.
Exactly.
frame of the camera. Which I like that they fucking they sell Boba's gonna shoot him with his fucking jetpack thing, and then like that was a really neat scene where he's just I was aiming for the other one.
Dude, when he comes out in the, I have never been like a huge like Boba
Me neither,
fanboy or
yeah.
anything. I've never been like super hyped to see Boba Fett for.
I
any
thought he was
reason
cool when
or
I was
any
a
of the bad
kid.
reason. I'm like, yeah, he's cool, but
Husky
like, it
Boba
wasn't-
Fett.
but like when he came out in the full armor, for some fucking reason, my heart went, "This is so badass." I don't know why, and then he
My
proceeds to
childhood.
wreck shit. Obviously, yeah, for some reason.
Honestly, I don't know. Go ahead.
the coating that was in his armor showing that he was that,
the
and then his
lineage.
like father, and then that's when Mando. Oh, and he was like, then the armor's yours.
Ooh,
I
fun
kind of wanted Mando to be like, I don't know what the fuck this means. I'm gonna take your word for it.
fun bit of trivia from that, because the blockchain was in Mando, which, like anything in Star Wars, actually like has legitimate like language built around it, so people translated it. And Nolan, have you played Bounty Hunter? Okay, so you know.
The GameCube, PS2 era.
Yeah.
Fucking yeah. That was
So-
a fucking sick game.
So
Yeah, fine.
Flew.
Jaster Mariel was in his blockchain. Like
Oh.
they like canonized. I don't know how much of that like story they canonized, but they canonized the existence of Jaster Mariel subtly in
Yeah.
that.
Do you think that's just an Easter egg, or do you think they're gonna maybe incorporate?
I think
his-
comics.
Okay.
Either comics, or if there's a Boba Fett spinoff, then we might see him explore some of
That's cool.
some of Django's Mandalorian roots that haven't
Do
been
you think
touched
that's
on
even a
before.
possibility though for the spinoff? Because like after we follow this Mando around for however long,
Are we
like-
gonna get spin-offs of spin-offs?
Maybe.
and we'll never have a thought
Whoa.
that Boba's gonna die.
Is it worth me asking who Jasper is?
Right?
Jasper?
No, like obvious.
Isn't that what he
threat
just
to his
said? The
life.
name that he just said?
Jaster
Jaster.
Mariel was basically he was the Mandalorian who took in Jango Fett.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in the old Legends canon, but
Yeah.
now he's being brought back into
Yeah.
the main
Yeah,
canon.
because Dave Filoni's the shit.
Yeah.
I used to read the books about Jango raising Boba and like maybe Boba being a teenager, like whenever I was a little kid, and I wish that those were still canon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking just the establishment of like, yeah, my dad was a foundling,
Yeah.
and then the kind of knowingness between them about like, I don't know.
Like, oh shit, that is your armor. Like your armor by
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
by your actual rights that I follow, I guess.
It's weird having like a main character that's like simultaneously very compassionate and understanding and like willing to change his point of view, but is also like a fundamentalist in his religion.
Right.
Did we talk about last time like who we thought would be the Jedi that came to find?
Yeah, we did.
We
We
did?
all agreed on Cal.
Cool.
Cal,
Good.
yeah.
Good. Just making sure. I have the exact same
I agree
conversations
with
with
it
my
more
coworker,
now.
and like him and I argue a bunch.
I'm
So
so I will
how-
be so happy if it's him now.
Yeah.
Now that I'm playing,
Yeah.
I'm not even
Yeah, like,
near the end
yeah,
yet.
The ending of that game is so good.
It's
it makes
so
you
good.
really appreciate
Yeah.
Cal.
Okay, good.
It-
Well, the whole
like,
the
more
whole
than
story
many of the
building-
Jedi and,
the
like,
story building
main
that they're doing
characters
right
status.
now is just fucking amazing.
No,
so I'm
they left it
hyped
open for a sequel.
anything.
Most def.
Oh yeah.
I think it would be a lot bolder if you're gonna do a multimedia franchise like that to really make things intersect, and I think that would be a stronger move to bring a game character who is like widely acclaimed and everything into the
Yeah.
live action serialized
Yeah.
franchise, as opposed to somebody who really should be dead right now, or even worse, creating a new character whole cloth.
Yeah. Oh, what, a whole new Jedi?
Yeah, just like
Yeah,
somebody,
just so you
somebody
know,
else who like,
I mean,
there are 10,000 Jedi in the universe. We've just
Some
forgot
red shirt
about
that could
this.
just die
Right,
in the
exactly.
show. Yeah.
How do you
Or
think Cal will show up?
in a plane or spaceship?
Probably
Yeah.
in there. What is it called? The Mantis? Yeah.
No.
I
Yeah,
think,
it is a
I
Mantis.
think,
Yeah.
I think there'll be
The Ghost is the
Keep,
Rebels.
keep in mind.
I'm asking like with what
Still
happened
playing
in
the
this
game.
episode.
Right.
So do you think they're gonna like get it
I-
back and then Cal show up, or like?
I think we're gonna have a cavalry run in the last 2 episodes to save Grogu, and that's going to be the tease for season 3. Is
That'll
going
be
to
really
be
cool.
like a starfighter or something coming.
I was thinking the whole time. I was like, "There's no way that Boba is just gonna leave after this. They're not gonna bring
He made a
Boba
pact
back
with him, which
and
is
then
super
not,
cool.
Yeah,
No,
and then not.
I think
further.
I think that at least that's right,
Right,
buddy.
buddy.
At least Bo-Katan and the other Mandos will be coming back, and maybe Ahsoka. Like
Yeah.
I think we're gonna get like a big ragtag crew to run roughshod on that Imperial cruiser or whatever.
Kind of like the ending of episode 9, but just, satisfying.
Yeah.
and
Man,
well paced.
I want to talk about Grogu in this episode, but before that, I said it before. Fucking Boba Fett with a gappy stick, the same stick that the Tusken
Yeah.
Raiders use.
Yeah.
Fucking breaking the
Dude,
plastic.
dude,
shit.
oh my god! Like,
Ugh.
look at how frail the
So
armor is
good.
of
Yeah.
a stormtrooper. Like every
Man, I
other
don't
turn
know.
that he
My
did,
brothers.
you just
Yeah.
see it
I don't
smacking
think.
all
Have
over
we
the
ever
place.
seen shit shatter?
I
like
don't know
that
if we've
before?
seen it
No,
shatter
we've
like
only
that.
seen like burn marks and stuff
It
like
was
Yeah.
that.
so fucking.
It was
cool.
really
It
good.
was so goddamn.
Like
cool.
they made sure to make him look as badass as possible,
He was
Yeah.
badass
even
as
before he
was.
got his helmet
Yeah.
on.
Once he got his helmet and shit on, I was like,
Cool stuff.
I like that they established him without the shit on first
Yeah.
to be like, no, this is why he's.
And the
fucking
fact that
amazing.
the fact
Yeah.
that it's the same actor, like
Yeah.
even though that's cool as hell.
I also like that they honored.
Same actor that played Jango Fett.
Yeah. I like the fact that they honored his Maori heritage with like the design, with giving him like he puts the armor on, but like his undersuit is still that like tribal traditional
Yeah.
garb that he had on the whole time, and that's
Yep.
really fucking cool.
That is
I
cool.
think that'll change probably.
Maybe, but I don't know, because like I said, Tamura Morrison is Maori, so like that's
You mean
more-
Maori?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I like it. And again, I've only seen it written.
Right.
What is it?
That's one of those. It's the Aboriginal. It's an Aboriginal tribe in Australia.
Oh,
New
okay.
Zealand, right?
New Zealand, yeah.
Sorry, I was still thinking this was in the realm of Star Wars. I
Um,
didn't realize Lord of the Rings came into play.
Yeah.
Kiwi,
I was trying to
Aussie,
place
what's the
his.
difference?
Sorry, I'm on one.
It's a
Oh,
difference of
okay.
about
Baby Yoda, though.
50 miles.
First things first. The first time that Mando turns around and sees Baby Yoda in the thing, Baby Yoda in the meditating pose, having his
That was
fingers
cute.
together and everything.
yes.
I
Cute
was,
as fuck.
I was like, oh, look at him doing a
Him-
man voice.
It's a little man. Afterward,
You're gonna
afterward,
be such a good selling Funko Pop.
Yeah.
when he just stops and then he just starts closing his eyes and he just lays
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
It's like little three
Yeah,
fingers,
like
like
little
just
green
little,
little boys.
just little 3 green little beans.
That and the end of the episode where he finally wakes back up and starts going ham on those two people.
Yeah.
Whenever he was force choking them, I was like, no, baby, no.
I fucking knew it. I've been saying all along, like, this fucking kid has like unfucking checked force powers,
Yeah.
and he's gonna fucking throw a tantrum,
Yep.
and it's gonna go fucking nuts, and that's all that. Like, that was
Yeah.
completely uncontrolled, just a 3-year-old just throwing shit across the room.
No.
He's got
because
murder
they-
in his eyes for sure.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
most definitely. But
He's
yeah,
so
I
mad.
loved how what's his name? What's the name of the bad guy? Big bad?
Moff Gideon.
Moff Gideon. I love how his response was, no. He'll tire himself out. It's gonna
Yeah.
be fine. He's just
Yeah,
a kid.
just doesn't give a shit
Fucking-
about those troopers at
Yeah.
all.
Right.
God, the
Oh
dark
yeah, have you
saber.
seen what their armor's made of?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And then he just like stuns him immediately.
yeah.
That was
I like to think their armor is made out of the same material as like fucking.
Porcelain dolls.
It's just like everything that they use that's disposable, like the fucking sporks in the cafeteria is like the same.
The little milk cartons that they have.
The
Anything
tray.
that goes in that little like dumpster pit that you see in episode 4.
It's just all.
It's
fucking,
all that
I never-
stuff that gets pressed together.
What's
and
it
turned
called?
into
It's
armor.
it's called something specific, like
Uh,
plastanium or something
yeah.
like that. Something that makes you think, oh, this is a
How-
piece of shit.
How
Pretty much.
how did Maul lose the dark
His
saber?
legs.
Dark saber.
What?
Dark saber.
I have to go
I
back and
didn't
watch.
He
watch
got his ass
Clone-
kicked
I didn't watch.
by
You gotta watch
somebody.
Rebels.
By who?
Uh,
Hey, last thing.
Well,
Well,
they
that's
didn't
the
show
first
you
one.
where they get like.
I don't know.
it doesn't explain it in Rebels, I don't
Doesn't?
think.
No.
It
Yeah.
shows it at the end of season 6. It shows him lose it. The last person he fights.
Because we
is
don't
the
know how
Emperor.
Moff got it, but how did?
Well, the
I
last
didn't know
person,
if
the
we
last
knew
person
how
who had it was Bo-Katan.
Bo-Katan, Yeah.
Yeah.
In Rebels.
So he probably
But I'm
took it
wondering
from
how
her.
Maul lost it. I didn't watch that. I
Oh, he
skimmed
failed.
the Wikipedia.
He failed on planet Mandalore after the Emperor whipped the dickens out of him.
Cool.
He,
I was just asking.
yeah, he doesn't have it in season 7.
Yeah.
So,
So
it's-
somewhere in between there.
Yeah.
And then somehow it gets to Moff Gideon, which I'm sure we'll find out.
Yeah, probably Bo-Katan. They probably got their shit rocked by him. Can he use the Force?
No.
No, lame.
Yeah. We just looked up stormtroopers. Stormtroopers.
There's Sound Trappers.
Stormtrooper.
Their armor's made of stuff called plastoid.
Oh,
Isn't that hilarious?
that's so bad.
You're the fucking forerunning lethal
So-
force in the.
And it also
Galaxy
says
not
that
anymore.
Vader's armor was made of the same thing, but the ordinary stormtrooper armor may be diluted from that.
Oh, so he's got that good shit while they're just getting
Yeah.
that like primo
He's got
trash.
that pure plastoid.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got fucking napkintanium.
Honestly, yeah, the best the best kind of stormtrooper armor that was out there was what's her name? Big tall woman. She was in the 7, 8, and 9.
Phasma?
Yeah,
Phasma.
Phasma.
Yeah.
Did you know
That shit looks sick as fuck.
her armor is made from a one of Emperor Palpatine's boats? It was from a yacht.
Thought you were gonna say testicles.
It was a yacht that blew up, and she took the metal from it because it was super nice.
That's cool.
She had a brother too.
Where are you getting this information?
Books, well,
Okay.
or something from comics.
I can't read.
It's also in the comics. You can actually figure out how C-3PO got a metal hand. He went through some shit.
Red hand.
Wasn't-
Red hand. Red
I was
hand.
about to say, wasn't it already?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No, it was
Wasn't metal?
Plastoid.
It was plastoid.
It was plastic.
Yep.
So did anyone else get major somewhere between like the classic Star Wars fan films of the prequel era and like Saturday morning Power Rangers or VR Trooper vibes from the set? I think a lot of it came from it being on location.
From that
This
fight
episode-
scene, absolutely.
From this, but yeah, this whole episode was like
Yeah.
the framing and everything reminded me a lot of those kind of things.
Yeah, it's like especially the scene where Fennec is being chased by the fucking stormtroopers, and she's like using the environment and jumping over shit, and there's like all the fucking practical stunts and the rolling of boulders and whatnot. Just the setting of it is very Power Rangers in general, because it seems like a fucking what are they called? The fucking putty things.
I was gonna say just
pop
replace stormtroopers with putties and Boba Fett with the mysterious Sixth Ranger introduced in this episode, and it tracks perfectly.
Also, like, nobody moved out of the way of like the boulder rolling.
Yeah, he tried to shoot it.
Like he
He
just kept
tried
crashing,
to
and you could like see the stormtrooper like roll underneath the boulder. But also, like the guy who was shooting the gun literally could have just shot ahead of her, and like he would have like what like
Fennec also waited for that stormtrooper that was in her sights to set up the machine gun before she ran off. I thought that was weird too.
This episode also did a
She
really
would have aimed for it and maybe.
Yeah, did she have to reload her lasers? I don't know what the fuck.
it's like she looked through the scope and was like, oh,
Is that how they work?
what?
Do they overheat? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
This-
Maybe.
This episode also did a really good job of like making you feel comfortable because there's so much like going on in the action, so high paced. You're not thinking about the Dark Troopers, and so you're just like, okay, well obviously Mando and Boba have this fucking handled. Like we're good. Like stormtroopers ain't got
Yeah,
shit.
made us
We're-
forget that those existed.
we're gonna get through this episode fine. We just have to make sure that nothing happens to the baby. And then the Dark Troopers come in and like, oh fucking shit, we can't handle this. This is an escalation we were not expecting, and that is really, really good storytelling to make you feel comfortable in how like badass your heroes are, just to rip it out at the last minute and be like, oh fuck, this is terrifying.
I was telling Nolan, like, if Mando had waited just a second to see the shield go down, he wouldn't have been able to take, like, Grogu with him anywhere because, like, he didn't have anything to hold other than, like, hold him in his arms.
Right.
But I was like, maybe he could have hit him if he literally just waited a couple seconds
Yep.
instead of just leaving him on top of a random rock.
But the thing is, he
Yep.
did wait for, as a fight goes, a lengthy
Yeah.
amount of time before
Right.
making that decision. I guess I
he
would
did-
assume
He tried to get
Also-
into the portal 3 times and then said, "Well, fuck
Yeah.
it." Yeah.
But if it goes
Okay.
by the timing of the entire fight, like when we like split off from him and are watching that, if all that time is like not happening at the same time, but it's like that was a long. I mean, 8 minutes in a fucking fight is a long time to be
Yeah,
fighting.
for sure.
Like
That was really, it was really silly too when the Dark Troopers land. They're all like an equal distance away from Grogu, and they all walk super slow. It's like they could have just landed right
Yeah.
next to him
Yep.
and then picked him up.
I think like they wanted us to feel like
yeah.
they would
They
everyone
might
would get
be
there
able
at
to
the same
get that.
time, be able to fight, not them just get up there even like a little bit too late. Like they weren't anywhere. They weren't on the platform. They were still climbing it.
It's like when Zed introduced the new and improved putties that
Yeah.
you had to like hit him in the center to kill him.
Yeah, that's essentially what stormtroopers are, putties.
Oh yeah.
That's
Cannon
depressing.
fodder.
If we could see stormtroopers' faces, we'd feel so much differently
They probably
about
look
them.
like putty. They look like putties. They're just putties in outfits.
They're all just random people.
They're
Like,
putties and
they're
Plastoids.
mostly conscripted
That's a
dudes.
band name.
And they're just getting their faces smashed in
Yeah.
because they came up to Boba Fett and didn't fucking know
Right.
what they were up against.
Well, hell's a gaffy stick?
I wish we could get more fucking dialogue between them because
Stormtroopers?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they just,
agreed.
They crack my shit up.
Fucking hilarious in Fallen
Yeah.
Order.
Yeah.
All of their quips are fucking hilarious in Fallen Order. Just you and me. Ugh!
Wait, what were the guys called that came down and took Grogu again?
Dark Troopers.
Weren't they like removed from canon?
Not anymore.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
That was the
No,
point I
they
was gonna make.
more.
Like
They've been back in for a while, but I think this is the first like overt reference to
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
I thought that was super cool. And I was like, what?
A comparable version of them are in fucking Fallen Order.
Yeah.
Are they?
I think.
I don't think so.
They're definitely like robots.
There are
A lot-
robots.
A lot more fucking droids.
Those are the security droids.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you
They're different.
have you
They
made
are.
it to any of like the?
What?
I don't.
I just got force pull, so
I don't remember
know,
exactly
so-
where that happens.
Yeah,
Me neither.
then don't say anything.
It's fine.
But
I'm
it's
guessing pretty early.
there's security droids. Like the security droids are in other stuff.
Yeah.
Is that the only?
Like,
Is that the only power? Do you have force push?
yeah, push.
You have push and pull.
Yeah, but pull's the one. That's the third one
Have
you
you
get.
just been marathoning this
It's-
game?
No, I'm pretty good at video games, and it's on story mode. So
Okay.
I don't play games like that, like parry and fucking attack games like that,
Bro,
where
that's
you
what
can
it
get
is. Though.
interrupted.
It's super good.
Yeah, I know. I don't play games like that on harder difficulties. This is the reason that I don't play Dark Souls games and shit. It's because I don't
I
I don't like getting frustrated at games. If it's like Kingdom
Oh.
Hearts or something,
Oh,
yo,
yeah. Oh,
I'll
that's
play
like-
on the hardest
that's like,
fucking difficulty and whatever. But
I was
like,
showing Harley.
I was
Cuphead
thinking of the
last
Purge
night.
Troopers.
Have you
in
played
Fallen
Cuphead?
Order.
yeah, it's fucking infuriating.
I love it.
Infuriating. It's a great game. It's really fun, but it's infuriating as shit.
We were
sometimes.
whipping it. Anytime I play that game, it ends up being
But
like if I play
yeah.
a 2-player, one person dies, and I'm like, all right, I got this. But I've played that game so many times.
But yeah, I think the security droids are also in other shit as well.
Security droids for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Dark Troopers are. from what
Dark
I've seen-
Troopers are not in that game.
No. From what I've seen, Dark Troopers are mostly exclusive to Mandalorian.
Yeah.
As far as like on screen.
The- I
Oh
think
yeah, on screen, yeah.
The most robots you see in that game are like inside of stuff that happens in the future. You don't see like droids.
Not that much.
Bro, you don't fight droids in there.
Security
Yeah, you
droids.
do.
Do
You
you?
fight, you do
Yeah.
fight security droids.
Oh, like little
First time you
balls?
do 'em-
No.
When you
Well, you
first
do
time
fight
them,
those,
it's when you go and rescue the Wookiees, the droids that come out.
Yeah, there's a lot of droids
The black
in
droids.
Kashyyyk.
Yeah.
They're not really
It's
black.
been
they're
a
like
minute since I
gunmetal.
played it.
They're like
Yeah.
gunmetal, gray black.
Gunmetal.
Right.
But their heads like further out.
You can only get this truck
They
in
look a
two
little different.
colors: gray
Yeah.
and gunmetal.
But
Man, what happened to all the fucking droids from the Clone Wars?
They
They're
got
shut
they
down.
got discontinued.
They all did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they just all repurposed?
No, they all got shut
no,
down.
They got-
melted down
yeah.
everything. They got scrapped.
Are they just on junk planets somewhere then? Just like empty fucking
Just
husks?
like just like a big pile of junk stuff.
Why?
Because they didn't need them no more.
Right.
Well, yeah.
They had stormtroopers.
They're not good.
Which
They
lost
aren't
their
good.
They only
effectiveness.
They're worse than the stormtroopers.
existed to be an army for the
Well, I
Republic
don't know.
Yeah.
to fight to justify the Palpatine
That's right.
seizing
Yeah.
power.
Yeah.
Because he had Anakin. That was the
But
reason
they
why
were
Anakin
so
went to
destructive, though.
Mustafar.
Like having the
Yeah.
roly ones, those things were badass.
Those were cool.
The
Those
ones that had like the
do a lot of
double
damage.
like blasters on their arms.
The
that just
super
went,
battle
they went like
droids,
this. They
they're
went,
okay.
those guys were awesome.
You
They
just
were-
think
get
they
rid
would've
of
gotten
them.
they
repurposed.
were only good in hordes, and they wouldn't have been as efficient as stormtroopers would have been in maintaining hegemony. Like they're good in a big battle, but for just like for what you see in Rebels, for like how the Empire actually functioned of basically global occupations, stormtroopers are much more efficient.
And
than-
I would assume that EMP
droids are.
technology is pretty prevalent.
The fact that they
So-
gave droids like consciousness, like they
Yeah, that's weird.
they can have conversations, they understand things like that.
Roger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never liked that. I love it, but I hate
Like you
it. I
can
hate
see
it.
more
Well,
of it in the Clone
because
Wars.
it
What
it
do
wants
you
to
mean,
have
why,
it
Colin?
because it wants to have
The
it both
droids are
ways.
some of my favorite characters in any of the things.
Yeah, but see the thing about
BD1's fucking great.
Who?
BD1.
BB-1's okay.
BD1.
But
So,
Colin, we're talking about droids that are literally just made for an army. They didn't like. They could have just made like
Yeah,
just
like
been robots.
they're supposed to be
But they
mindless
gave
killbots.
them, but they gave them absolute consciousness where they can understand, and like
They
there's
don't
there
want
are
to
scenes
die.
they don't
because
want to
they wanted
die.
comic relief.
They gave them
But see,
robots the
that's-
fear of
That's
death.
so dark.
It's
They
literally
could have
what
just
they
been
are,
guns
though.
with legs,
They
honestly.
are comic relief in the movies. So
But that's them, wanting their like cake and eating it too and everything. Because on the one hand, they want
Hello,
you to see
it's Mr. Ghost DK.
they want you to see the
How's it
the
going? Welcome to
droids
the
as
podcast.
being humanized and as having like a personality and everything. But also, it's supposed to be fine when they die because they're just cannon
Oh,
fodder.
fodder.
They don't
Yeah.
have like.
that is
Ah.
now that I'm thinking about it that way,
Roger.
it's kind of fucked, but still.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as
Damn it.
it's not as bad as how they treat the Tuskens, but the droids have it, or just alien species in general.
Still glad
but-
that we got that out of this.
Man,
Yeah.
Tuscans have gotten some love in this show.
Yeah.
I'm really happy.
Really
'Cause
cool.
yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah, I don't think you were on that episode where we talked about that one, but it
That Tuscan love.
yeah, really made me really recontextualize the whole Anakin slaughtering the Tuskens in
Oh,
episode,
yeah, no.
episode 2.
Yeah.
They didn't deserve it.
No,
No.
they didn't deserve it.
I mean, they did kidnap and torture his mom, but there was probably a
Right.
reason.
Yeah, and
Well, yeah.
Well, even
not a
s-
great one, but you know what I
even
mean.
so-
Yeah.
like then rescue your mom and kill the people that are holding your prisoner. Don't slaughter the whole
The
goddamn
children
village.
and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
He slaughtered at least 2 sets of children
Yeah.
before he even became Vader.
Right.
I guess he was Vader at that for the second one. Either way, that's a lot of kids.
Why couldn't he just have been Lord Anakin?
Because Vader is father in German.
Vader, not Vader.
Okay.
I thought it was. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's yeah.
Voltaire. But we're American. So it's Vader. Do you not know that?
No, I thought it was with a P.
Pater?
Yeah. But that now I'm realizing that's it's like a Latin
Like
thing.
a phallic thing, yeah.
It's a Latin thing or it's a fucking English thing actually. Pater.
No. We're looking it up.
Yeah.
No,
But I mean, all of them go by different names, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh, who?
Yeah.
yeah, Darth Maul,
Tyrannus,
Darth Plagueis,
Darth Sidious.
Yeah, yeah.
Hemoglobin.
I'm just saying, like, what? Why? Did they become?
Sith tradition.
It's
Sure.
kinda, it's probably in the rule book. Same thing as like the rule of 2 and shit like that.
I mean, weren't some of them to hide their identities?
I mean, Palpatine, but I think it's mostly due. It's it's a christening kind of
Yeah.
thing. Like it's
And-
taking on a new name when you become
Okay.
part of the order or whatever.
why was okay? So why does everybody get the name Darth, but Dooku got Count?
Because his name is Count
Count
Dooku.
Dooku.
His name was Darth
Oh,
Tyrannus.
Yeah.
Oh, Darth. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Darth.
Rule 1: we don't talk about the Sith. Rule 2: can only be 2 of you, I guess. Whatever.
because
Rule 3.
because the more users you have, the less powerful your side is.
Sure.
And also,
If we're assuming it's like binary and
well,
Force,
yeah,
then-
that is true, but also one person to hold the power and one person to crave it.
yeah. To
Right.
keep the cycle
to keep,
of
right.
Yeah, the one person wants it, the other person.
They have
got
taken
it.
a bill out of the note out of Taco Bell's bill, and they are looking for craveability.
Yeah,
in
you
their
can't.
Sith powers.
Now you can't have a Pizza Hut without a Taco Bell.
Yeah.
And
There's-
that's and that's
there's
why
synergy.
That's why there's a combination Pizza Hut
Master
and
and
Taco Bell.
Apprentice, Pizza Hut, and Taco Bell.
and that's why Palpatine fucked up the cycle and fucked
in my head again.
and fucked up the continuity because Palpatine just kept letting his apprentices die
Yeah.
and like just kept hoarding. It was like, I'm just gonna fuck this.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be the one. There's gonna be someone doing my bidding until they run out of use to me. Then I'll discard them like he did Maul, Dooku, tried to do with Vader,
Or like Pizza Hut
and
did with
pretty
Taco
much
Bell.
did
and
with
moved on to KFC.
Kylo Ren.
Go on,
Yeah.
go on this suicide mission for me. That seems
Yes.
a little dangerous. You need to.
Wait, but there are. What do you mean Pizza Hut and KFC? Aren't there more KFC and Taco Bells, Nolan?
I fucked the analogy up. I'm sorry. I was trying to make a joke off the cuff, but you
They got
caught
rid of
fucking
Pizza
caught
Hut.
me.
What?
They don't do Pizza Hut in their Taco Bells no more.
Do they not?
KFCs. No, they're done.
Pizza Hut KFCs?
No, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I mean, not
no,
anymore.
Taco Bell
not
KFCs
anymore.
were-
It's not-
were-
yeah, the Taco Bell and KFCs.
It like there were. It was like there were a lot of times there were Pizza Hut, KFC, Taco Bell combinations. There were
Yeah.
like 3 of them.
But they never made things that mix together.
Yeah,
Dude.
they were just separate things. But now it's like only
Mashed
just
potato pizza
alone
with chimichangas
standing.
on top of it.
Now they're just like single standing
smash.
Pizza Huts and barely.
All right, this is not a sponsored comment. I'm just saying, go to your local KFC Taco Bell if you have a local KFC Taco Bell. We do, and
They're
get
like
a Doritos.
$100. They got
what?
them.
What?
No, none. Go ahead.
get a Doritos Locos Taco and some popcorn chicken.
Mm.
Stuff that bad bitch. That's what it's about.
Oh,
But yeah, do you want to just be out, Zach?
Yeah, we can wrap this unless anybody else anything else. To
it's
go over.
around Christmas time. It might be time to wrap it.
Jesus Christ. Remember, folks,
Yeah, I hate Me Too, guys.
if you've got a present, remember
don't
to
give
wrap
it to me.
All right.
Before you give your special present, remember to wrap it.
Make sure to shower before you go to bed after that.
That's dope AF.
Ugh.
Look at that shit.
That's crazy.
I'd fight it.
It looks
Go
like it has
home. Bye.